Over 5 years ago, I started collecting retro video games, and through buying and selling at pawn shops, thrift stores, and yard sales, I was able to build a pretty sizable collection of over 2,000 games. Because of work, I'm in a different city during the week, and I'm away from my main game room, but it's a chance to do it all over again, starting with just $25. This is Game Room 2. Welcome to episode 2. Let's start off with a recap of where we left off last time. We have 17 cents Canadian left in the bank, and the shelves don't look too shabby. We've got a couple of things on there, but we need to start making some moves to grow this Game Room 2 video game collection. After filming episode 1, I spent some time looking at my commercial shelving and realized they sort of reminded me a lot of those stands you'd see as a kid in Toys R Us where your parents would leave you playing video games while they went and shopped. I went to work modifying the game shelves right away. And right in the middle of working on those shelves, we got a sale. That's right, the Guitar Hero Live stuff that we picked up in episode 1 has already flipped on eBay for $115 Canadian and 11 cents. So we're happy to tuck that right into the bank. And not long after, the 2 red and blue Ziffy sleds that I bought in episode 1 sold for 50 Canadian on Facebook Marketplace. And I was so in the mood for buying sleds for this Canadian winter that I went and found another huge score on Facebook Marketplace. Right on.
Every 2 minutes. Bing, 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 bing.
About the sleds?
Oh my god.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you sneaking me in
I
ahead.
was like, whatever, if you come pick them up now, it's fine, yeah.
Just to save the messages.
Yeah,
20, 40, 60, oh my gosh, 80, 90 bucks.
Perfect.
Cool, I got the trunk open already to load them up. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. In the Canadian winter, these sleds sell so well, and even though it's going to cost us $90 for the 4, we're looking in really good shape right now, and I am super stoked and confident moving. Oh, crap. In the middle of filming this episode, my eBay buyer called in a return on our Guitar Hero Live stuff, claiming that it didn't work, even though it was well tested and working in Game Room 1 before I listed on eBay. He even sent pictures of it working, but claims that he can't get it to connect to his Xbox, and eBay tells me there's nothing they can do. I was sort of getting ahead of myself, buying stuff with a credit card before the money actually ever came in from eBay, and now we're in the hole. Like, really in the hole. We need to make some sales. I got the GT Racers listed, and within a couple of hours, this guy wanted to give me 110 for 2 of them. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Another sled, a couple hours later, sells for 60. Just like that, we're back in the black. Let's go find some video games. We are headed to what could be a pretty lucrative Facebook Marketplace pickup for Game Room 2. Hi, can I get a medium coffee with 1 cream, please? This seller has a lot of really weird games from an assortment of consoles for sale on their Facebook Marketplace post. But there's a few that I'm interested in particular, some for Game Room 2 collection and others that we can absolutely flip on eBay for a profit. Awesome, thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too. Hi, how are ya?
Good, you?
Awesome, thanks so much. Was everything you were selling for video game type stuff already kind of in that listing, or is there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
If I find anything else, I'll list
Yeah,
it.
shoot me a message. Yeah. Okay, cool, thanks so much.
No problem.
Spider-Man 3 on the Xbox 360 was game number 1 that caught my eye. A lot of these Spider-Man games have been raising in price lately. This unfortunately is not one of the ones that's gone super high, but I was willing to take a risk considering it was thrown in for a deal and an interesting pickup for Game Room 2. This copy of Afro Samurai has been on my radar for quite a while, and this is an awesome copy, complete with a sleeve, complete with a cover sleeve, and yeah, a really nice complete copy to add to the collection. Super cool game that runs for a decent price on eBay, and one that is absolutely going to be sticking around for a while in the Game Room 2 collection. What made the drive worthwhile to pick up these 3 games though was this game that caught my eye, Elemental Master on the Sega Genesis, one that I had never heard of before and a pretty unique looking shoot 'em up on the Sega Genesis. This one happens to be a Blockbuster video rental copy, so the label's in a little bit rough shape, but the sales on eBay for this one are pretty high, and after a little cleanup, I think we can do pretty well on this one for resale on eBay, so that one's going up on our store right away. I keep saying that the type of things that I find to flip to buy video games aren't always video games, and man, when you have something on your radar to buy that you know sells well, sometimes you just keep finding it. And this huge bag of Lego that I picked up at the Salvation Army thrift store for $6, and this feels like probably more than £1.50, which is what we sold last time. It turned out to be close to 5 pounds of Lego, and I listed it and flipped it so quickly that it didn't even make it here in the game room. It went for $50 Canadian super fast, 2 hours after I brought it home and listed it. Yeah, our game fund is rolling, and we are back in action. Let's go hunt for some games. Can I take a look at the Xbox controller right there? And then there's a box with a Nintendo underneath there I'd like to see as well, please. This is where things get exciting. Yeah, that's the one. Cool. Thank you. Can I see the Xbox controller as well? The white one that's there? Okay, cool. Great. I'm gonna grab both of those, please. Awesome. Thank you. That is a really big either win or loss for Game Room 2. The thing with electronics is there's a really good chance that those are gonna need repair or cleaning, or they just don't work at all. But I was beyond stoked to find this at the thrift store, and this is the sort of thing that you just don't come across very often, especially not authentic and complete in box. And for $59.99 Canadian, that's a score. Now, I have one of these in the original game room, and they are a lot of fun. Mine is unmodded, and this one will probably remain that way for a while right now, but it absolutely gives us a really awesome chance to have something set up on this TV. So yeah, this one, staying in the game room. We also found this gorgeous white Xbox One controller. The buttons feel pretty good, and it's in alright condition, so for $16 Canadian, we were willing to take a risk on this one, but we'll have to get it back to the Game Room 1 to test it and make sure that everything's working before we can resell this one for more funds for the Game Room. After our awesome thrift store score, our Game Room fund is down to $68.29 Canadian, so we're all set up for an awesome episode next time. And I will absolutely walk you through how things look here at Game Room 2 at the end of episode 2. Not a bad episode. Everything you see here for $25 with still money in the bank and a bunch of items still left to sell. And thanks so much for sticking around for this episode. I so appreciate all the comments, likes, and subscribes. All that stuff goes a long way into helping my channel grow. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.